Canada is supporting the International Criminal Court's investigation. Foreign Affairs Minister Mélanie Joly is adding a new round of sanctions against those with ties to the Russian and Belarusian regimes. Yevheniya Kravchuk is a Ukrainian MP. Now, we spoke with her last week on this show when she was in Ottawa, asking this country to do more. Today, we've reached her in Poland. Ms. Kravchuk, you've just come from asking for help for your country in Canada and the United States, and you arrive home to these horrific images out of Bucha. I wonder how you're making sense of what you're seeing.
Well, it's horrible, it's heartbreaking, but it's not surprising because that's what Russians do when they come to the territory of Ukraine. And these are one of the most horrific war crimes the world has seen. You probably saw these pictures of people, civilians with tied hands and executed by shooting into the head. We found also dead bodies of women naked, raped, and Russian soldiers tried to cover it up by burning them. And also we found some kids, 10 years old kids, also with tied hands and killed. The whole families were found in one basement. That was the whole family of a local mayor of this small city of one of the villages. It's horrific, but that shows that Russians, what they do when they occupy the territory. And we're sure that if Russians could take the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv, they would do the same. And they would kill not 300, not 400 or 500, they would kill thousands and tie them and execute them. So the only way to stop these atrocities, something unbelievable, it's inhuman, literally inhuman happening that happened, is to kick out Russians from our territory. This is the only way to release the people who are still alive and to at least bury the dead. That's why we're asking for military aid to counter offense, not even just counterattack in few villages, but to counter offense and release the territory that they captured since this, at least since this full-scale invasion in February. This is the only way to save lives. We already, understand that, and I hope that the world also will understand. And also, what is really important, we're talking about the special tribunals, how to put all those, the Putin and Kremlin officials and generals and whoever that did it on the ground, and to punish them. We need to understand that in every tribunal, all of the, like in former Yugoslavia tribunal, all of them were captured, and you have to defeat these inhuman people to put them into the court, and then to have them sentenced, and also to have compensations and reparations for people who suffered. Yes.
I just want to ask you, you talk about, you described what we're seeing out of Bucha as inhuman, and I can hear the intensity in your voice, how much you want the outside world to do more to help. And I do just wonder what this is like for you, that you are putting so much energy into trying to get this help for Ukraine and then seeing such terrible pictures and warnings from officials in your country that there is more to come.
You see, it's sometimes you have to come and see it with your eyes, not stay in the capital thousands miles away to understand it, probably. Because journalists who came today to Bucha with President Zelensky, they were literally crying when they saw these dead bodies, when they saw these basements where people are just piled. And they stayed in these basements for days and then killed. They were tortured for 5, 6, 7 days. And when journalists saw it with their eyes, they said, that how can that happen, and how these people, how these Russian, journalists and Russian officials, how can they get away was that. And people who were released, those who stayed there under occupation for more than 30 days, they literally cried because they saw a bread. Can you imagine that in somewhere in Ottawa, people crying to see the bread? Well, that's, how it's like. But we're not asking, boots on the ground of other soldiers. We are capable of doing that ourselves. And at the very same moment when we are, finding these dead bodies in Bucha, there is air alert on the whole of Ukraine. That means that some of the long-range missiles were trying to reach the territory of Ukraine. That's why, besides of these heavy weapons to keep Russians away, this is tanks, artillery, we also need the air defense system, because they, even after they fled from Kiev region, from Chernihiv region, they are still shooting missiles. So we need to secure our air by fighter jets and by a special air defense system and coastal defense system. In total, this air defense system and offensive weapons can, bring us a victory on the battlefield. Because I'm really sure that for any negotiations, because every war, it ends up with some sort of document where they fixate where the counterparts are. But it depends on the military situation on the ground, because if Russia will put all of the efforts, people, tanks, and whatever they have, for example, for the eastern Ukraine and southern Ukraine, they will try after that to threaten the President Zelensky, us, to sign some sort of treaty, which is not good for us, and we're not trading our territories.
Ms. Kravchuk, I'm going to stop you because we only have a little bit of time left.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You have made these requests to officials in Canada, officials in the United States. You've now returned to Europe. I guess I just wonder, in light of the new images that we are seeing out of Bucha, in light of the fact that officials in your country are suggesting that this is only the tip of the iceberg in terms of alleged war crimes, what do you expect from the rest of the world? Do you think that you will truly get at least some of the things that you are asking for?
We expect that world will not be afraid after seeing this. And yes, we do expect some more weapons coming, and or at least getting money to buy those weapons if some countries do not have them on the stocks. So that's, you have a lot of instruments to do it, how to bring them to the ground. Because for Ukrainians, putting something on Twitter or making a press release is not enough. Saying, it's these atrocities, it can't, we can't bear that. Please help us to stop it by kicking Russians out. So we do hope that we will get some more weapons, and we see it from the United States that they gave another package of weapons for $300 million US dollars, but it's not enough. So we expect more.
Ms. Kravchuk, we thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much for the interest to this topic. It's very important for us to show the world what it is.
Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.